Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boscheman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. We're coming off one eclipse, and we're jumping right back onto another. So we've got an eclipse coming up on October 2nd or 3rd, depending on where you live in the world. That's a solar eclipse. So we're going to take a look at the energies and how this could present for each life path in this reading. This, of course, is a general forecast. If you would like your own personal numerology forecast or readings, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. Also, if you were to book a year ahead forecast, any reading that has the year ahead forecast in it, then you will get the rest of 2024 as well as all of 2025 in your forecast and in your PDF. So if you're interested in that, head on over to my website and book some time with me so you can take advantage of that discount. One thing I do want to mention about this eclipse is that it is an eclipse. So whatever unfolds at this time will be the beginning of a storyline that will continue to unfold and be progressive over the next 6 months or so. So just kind of keep that in mind as we move through the reading, that these energies may not all come in at once. It might be something of a storyline that continues to unfold as you move forward in the coming months. So without further ado, let's take a look. Life path number 9, you are going to be working with the vibrations of the 2 and the 3 for this eclipse. So this could prove to be a really sociable time for you all. This is a great period over the next 6 months to, travel, to meet new people, to network, to socialize. You might see your social calendar just blow up at this time, where you're getting a lot of invites to a lot of different events or networking events, opportunities to mix and mingle with all kinds of different people. You might even decide to, step outside your comfort zone, maybe have a party of your own or throw some kind of event of your own where you're inviting people in that you might not have, connected with before. That great things can really truly come from that. This could be a period where opportunities for collaboration could fall in your lap, and those opportunities will likely feel very much aligned with a greater vision that you have. This 3 energy has the potential to bring in people who have similar value systems, similar visions, who tend to have strengths where you might have limitations. And by working together and, brainstorming and connecting in that way, you can create some really beautiful things from this period. So this can be a highly, highly, highly creative period where your creative juices are flowing and you just want to sort of, get yourself out into the world, get your work out into the world, through collaboration. There's definitely going to be, this is not something where it's solely driven by you. It's going to be something where you will have the greatest impact and feel the most fulfilled by the work that you do with others, in collaborating in that way. So beautiful energy there. Now, because you also have the 2 energy, this brings in balance. This brings in relationships. So again, I think there's going to be an opportunity to just meet a lot of new people that could potentially potentially be in your life for quite some time, but who really inspire you, or who, again, you just feel some sort of kinship with, and you feel inspired by their presence. Sometimes, when we meet people and we connect with people who are just doing wonderful things or who are doing things that inspire them, we get inspired from their energy. And then it pushes us to tap into our sort of innate gifts to express those in a way that feels good for us, right? And what inspires us. So you could definitely see that come out at this time. Travel is really highlighted for you all. So if that comes up for work, for pleasure, especially for pleasure, I would say yes to it. And you would likely meet people on those journeys that can have, again, some kind of greater impact or some kind of greater storyline with you in the months to follow. Anything that sort of ignites your creativity at this time, say yes to it, explore it, go for it, see what comes from it. The other thing I would say is, because you have the 2 and the 3 together, you could see relationships resurface at this time where the lines of communication have sort of crumbled, and those lines of communication are being reopened for greater healing, for coming together, for seeing eye to eye, for finding common ground. Doesn't mean you have to fully agree or buy into, what it is that they believe. Just means that this is a beautiful period for, coming together and finding that common ground and finding that greater balance. This is definitely a time for building bridges, not burning them, and to strengthen those relationships, right? And it could also be for existing relationships. This is such a great time for, having those deeper conversations with people who you already have some kind of strong connection with, but, checking in with each other, making sure that, everybody feels good in the connection and that, there's nothing that needs to be sort of worked through or adjusted. But I do think that creativity, work projects or creative projects for sure, could come up now, and just don't be afraid to call in the people who can help you to do it, to make it what it needs to be, what you envision it to be. Because again, this is nothing about this energy says go it alone and try to do it by yourself. Beautiful, beautiful energy. The other thing is, if you have been thinking about like writing a book or publishing something, whether it's starting a platform or something like that and publishing some kind of like a podcast or something like that, great energy for that. Anything that gets the spoken word out into the world that feels authentic for you and creative for you, very much aligned. And because that vibration of the 2 is there, you could see great success from that in the reach that you have with others. I love this energy for you all 9s because it's the 2 and the 3. And the 2 is very Libran type of energy. And in astrology, this eclipse is happening in the sign of Libra. So again, relationships, balance, harmony are all at the forefront for you all. Also with this 3 energy, there's a lot here about tapping into your inner child, what brings you joy, finding that joy and connecting to it even when things are going south, and keep coming back to that joy because that's what's going to give you the fuel and the source that you need to keep going. So beautiful energy here. Would also say this is a beautiful time for bringing romance and joy into your relationship. So if you've been in a relationship for quite some time, this is such a great time to try something new and feisty and different and playful, and just reignite that sense of wonderment in that connection. So yeah, love, love, love everything about this for you all. This is a beautiful energy to be working with. And I would even say if you just get, if you just want to go on a trip, but it's just to a place within your own town that you haven't been to before, and it's, sweet and romantic or whatever, or fun, this would be such a great time to do that with either a partner or a good friend or, someone that you can enjoy that time and space with. So I hope it's a great one, 9s. Take care. Bye for now.